Hello friends, my name is Som. Now we'll move to the next question. A stream which we have left. Which of the social groups are vulnerable to poverty? Scheduled caste household and the scheduled tribal households. Which section of the society has not shown any decline in poverty over the years? Scheduled caste. What do you what do you understand by the term poverty? What is when is a person considered to be below the poverty line? A person doesn't make enough money from their job to meet their basic needs in family of 5 which is earning less than rupees 1640 per month is considered to be living below the poverty line. What is the average calorie requirement for for people living in urban and rural area? Is there any difference? Is so if so, give reason. Indian colony of medial resources ICMR renumbered 3 persons pre-daily calorized form of 2400 calories for rural area and 2100 calories for urban areas. Now we will move to the next question. What was the poverty line? What was the poverty line fixed for a family for the year 2011-12? Also give the basis of the calculation. One of the basis One, on the basis of these calculations for the year 2011-12, the poverty line of a person was fixed at rupees 816 per month if rural area and rupees 1000 for urban area. Why does the World Bank use uniform standard poverty line? What is the poverty fixed by the World Bank? To track global global extreme poverty and to measure progress on global social set by the World Bank, the United Nations and other developed partners. National poverty line is being updated from $1.90 to $2.15 per person per day. How is the poverty line in India determined? Explain the method. In India, the poverty line is estimated by multiplying the prices of physical quantities like food, clothing, footwear, fuel, light, education, etc. Name the Name the economic group which are vulnerable to poverty: scheduled caste households and scheduled tribal households, who are considered poorest of the poor. Poorest of the poor are infant children's, the older persons, women, and female children's. Which country of Southeast Asia has made rapid economic growth, resulting in significant decline in poverty? India, Nepal, and Pakistan. What is the aim of Millennium Development Goal at United Nations? Ex- Eradication, extreme poverty, and hunger. Which area of the world has longer concentration of poor according to the World Bank? Sub-Saharan Africa. The proportion of the poor is not the same in every state. Explain. Proportion of poor not being the same in every state has the following reasons. First, the success of reducing poverty varieties from state to state. Second, 20 states have poverty ratio less than national average national average. Third, Odisha and Bihar continues to be the two poorest state with poverty ratio of 47 and 43% respectively. What are the main reasons of poverty in India? First, the low level of economic development under British colony. Unequal distribution of land and resources is another weighted casual for property poverty in India. To fulfill to fulfill the demand of social obligation and religion, criminals, the poor community end up spending a lot, which leads to poverty. State the features of NREGA. Give legal guarantee to wage employment to the adult member of rural household which are who are willing to do unskilled work labor subjected to a maximum of 100 days per household. Explain 5 points anti-poverty measures undertaken by Government of India. Jawahar Gram Smriddhi Yojana JGSY. प्रधानमंत्री ग्रामीण ग्रामीण आवास योजना. Swar Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana, National Small Industry Corporation are some anti-poverty government in India. Now we'll move to the next question. In which part of world ratio of poverty has remained the same? Organization of Petroleum Exporting Country. Which industry suffered most during the colonial period? Cotton textile industry. Why were the industries not able to provide jobs to all? Because of the new technologies arrived, there is very less use of labor. Which scheme has helped in setting up small business and industries? National Small Industries Corporation, ISIC. Which poverty which poverty alleviation scheme was implemented? Which poverty alleviation scheme was which poverty which poverty alleviation scheme was implemented under the 10th 5-year plan to create 25 lakh new jobs for the rural poor? Rural Employment Government Program, REGP. Who is an urban poor? Who is an urban poor? A person who has an income of rupees 1000 per month and in term of calories has a requirement of 2100 calories per person per day. What is the average percentage of people below the poverty line for all the group in India? 16.4%. How many people are living in extreme poverty according to World Bank? 18% of global 18% of global population. Now we will move to our next page. Why were the poverty alleviation programs not successful in the most part of India? Lack of lack of proper implementation and right targeting. Moreover, there have been a lot of overlapping. State the objective of India development strategy. The main objective of India planning is to achieve the goals of economic development. Economic development is necessary for underdeveloped countries because it can solve the problem of general poverty, unemployment and backwards through it. Is poverty reduction in rural India keeping pace with urban India? Question. Justify with example. The dimension the dimensions of poverty reductions are different in the rural poor and urban poor have to face different issues of poverty. Explain landlessness is more issue of poverty in rural area about, but in urban area unemployment is the moral issue. Now we'll move to our next page. Explain colonial rule and income inequalities as cases of poverty. The policies of the colonial government reigned of traditional handicraft and discourage development of industries like textile. Income inequalities have resulted from non-valuability of land and rural landless aborces. Explain with example how the poverty line is estimated in India. In India, the poverty line is estimated by multiplying the prices of physical quantities like food, clothing, footwear, fuels, light, education, etc. Explain any three causes of the widespread poverty in India. Cause of poverty in India: unequal distribution of land and other resources, less less job less job opportunities, low growth rate of income, failure in promoting the economic growth and population control. Give an account of interstate disparities in poverty in India. Bihar and Odisha continue to be the two of the poorest states of India with 33.7% and 32.6% respectively. This is because the illiteracy and social backward of literacy and social backward Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab have lowest poverty rate of 3.5% and 6% respectively. This is because of the growth in the textile industries and agriculture. There is plenty of food in the world for everyone. Then why do so many people still die for hunger? Although we have plenty of food in the world, but still people die of hunger because this is not proper use, or because there is no proper use or proper distribution of food among the people. What are the social cause of poverty? Low level of economic development under British colony. What are both the cause and effect of poverty? Social exclusion, by which by which year government are the aiming to meet the millennium development goal, including half the rate of global poverty. 2015. The current anti-poverty program consists of two planks. What are they? First, promotion of economic growth. Second, target anti-poverty programs. What are the anti-poverty programs started by the government? Integrated Rural Development Program, TRDP, 1978. Why were the industries not able to provide jobs to all? Because of the new technologies arrived, there is very less use of a labor. Write a note on National Food or Work Program. Food for More program was launched in 1977-78. Under this program, the government in providing work to poor people related to construction of kacha roads, cleaning debris, etc., and gave food grains instead of wages. Explain the poverty scenario in Southeast Asian countries. Economic growth among the Southeast Asian countries during the last 25 years has arranged at 5% year and has been accommodated by a decline in the relative importance of agriculture in the national output and employment. This was some question of poverty as challenge from class 9. Thank you friends. Stay study with me. Bye bye.